and gentlemen, it's Blind Date. And here is your host, Miss Cilla Bland.
Blind date, where a boy picks a girl and a girl picks a boy, and their future is all left to fate. Well, anything can happen on this show, and it usually does. So let's meet three girls hoping to be picked for a very special blind date, and there they are. Oh, Len, you're out. We're having soup. Oh, you look absolutely super, number one. What's your name and where do you come from?
Hi, my name's Beverly, and I come from Milton Keynes.
Have you got a job, Chuck?
Well, I'm temping at the moment. I'm a secretary, just temping all over the place.
You're temping? Don't you want to have a, you know, a steady job? Are you happy with temping?
No, I just like meeting all different people and having a good laugh. I don't take life too seriously at the moment.
Well, I can tell by the way you're dressed. You look wonderful.
I'm talking different.
Yeah, I know you look smashing. I love this hat. It really is nice.
Well, I thought I'd get a Laura laugh. So
oh. Now, if that fashion ever comes back, I'll be the first one to get one. I will. You look lovely. The colours are great. I mean, do you like bright and colourful boys to go out with?
Yeah, I like guys with a lot of personality, a lot of fun to be with.
Isn't that lovely? Well, we've got a lovely lad tonight with lots of personality, and if you're very lucky, he might even pick you. I'm sure he might do. But look at number two. Those glasses, wonderful. Come on, number two, tell everybody your name and where do you come from?
Hi, I'm Jo and I come from Buckinghamshire.
Now, the hat's lovely, number one. Are you wearing glasses for effect, or
they're
are you
actually real?
Are they real?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure all the lads are out there. I mean, you know, like those James Bond films that you see Miss Moneypenny.
That's when they take their head on and take their glasses off.
Yeah. Well, just whip him off, just for us. Ooh, that was a quick whip. What do you do for a living?
I'm an admin assistant for a local environmental company.
Oh, are you really?
Dealing with all the issues. And
dealing with all the issues. Oh, what do you do for a little bit of light relief?
Well, I've got a lovely little Morris Minor car, which I go to rallies in, go travelling around the country.
Have you ever won anything in your little Morris Minor?
I haven't, no, it's not in that good nick, so no, it doesn't win any prizes, I'm afraid.
Just do it for fun?
It's really good fun, yes. Yeah.
So is your fella a kind of, sort of, sporty kind of guy?
I like someone with a sense of humour, more than anything.
Who?
I like Hugh Laurie and Griff Rhys-Jones, I must say.
Oh,
really funny.
Oh, fabulous.
Excellent.
Well, enjoy tonight's
very much.
blind date. You look terrific. You all look terrific. And you do too, number three. What's your name? And where do you come from?
My name's Tricia and I come from Bath.
Well, Tricia, what do you do in Bath?
Well, I'm actually at university in London. I've just started doing a degree in drama, and I'm about 2 months into my course now, and I love it.
I'm sure you do, because I read all about you. You love show business, don't you, really?
That's right, yes. Well, anything that involves meeting people and having fun.
But haven't you put on your own play or musical or something?
Well, at school I did quite a lot of drama. I played Eliza Doolittle, and I've done some Shakespeare.
Shakespeare? Did you get to see Dustin Hoffman in this?
I didn't know. I couldn't get tickets for it. I'd love to have seen it.
Oh, I saw it on the opening night. It was wonderful. He just kept being spit at all the way through. But that's Shakespeare, isn't it? All three of you enjoy Blind Date. I wish you luck to the three of you. See you later on. Girls are each hoping to strike it lucky, and it all depends on one lad, and his name's John, and he's from Southend. Come in, John. Oh, now, John, you work in a very famous bank, don't you?
reasonably famous, I suppose.
You enjoy your job?
Yeah, it's really good fun. Work with a real lot of nice people.
Are you nice to your customers?
Oh, of course I am, yeah. They all like me, I think.
I'm sure they do. But they don't all see your socks, because you've got a sock fetish.
I am very into socks, I'm afraid.
Yes, what have you got on tonight?
Fred Flintstone and Dino today, actually. Yeah, legs as well.
Well, I wonder what our girls, or one of them, will say about your socks tonight.
Buy me another pair.
You have hopeful thinking. You have 3 questions.
3 questions.
There, so fire away.
Fine. OK, then, first question. I work in a bank where I've done many different jobs. Which job in a bank would you most like to do? That's to number 1.
Well, I'd be a manager of the lending department because I'd love to get you a loan and maybe even get to see your assets.
Sounds very promising. So number 2.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi. I'd actually like to own the bank.
Lastly, number 3.
Hi, John.
Hello.
I think that I would definitely have to be your cash point machine because I'm full of action, I'm a good listener, and above all, I'm the kind of girl that likes to say yes.
The second question is, I've got loads of pairs of unusual socks, far more than I actually need. What have you got too much of? Number 1 again.
Well, I've got too much of a good thing, John. So if you pick me as your blind date, we could share that thing together and you can bet your cotton socks.
And question to number 2.
Well, I've got far too many admirers already, so you're really going to have to chase after me and use every pair of socks in your wardrobe.
Lastly, to number 3.
Well, John, my friends tell me I've got bags of energy, and with my energy and your personality, I think we'd go a long way. We'd make a very good pair, don't you think?
Finally, number 3 question to number 1. I sometimes have an urge to burst into song. What mad urges do you get?
Well, seeing as I'm a singer, I often want to burst into song. So my song to you is, come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light it higher. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Very good. Gosh, light his fire. He needs a bucket of water thrown over him now. That was wonderful.
Sorry, number 2.
Well, funny enough, I have this mad, irresistible urge to be bitten by a shark. But before it goes too far, are you man enough to come and save me?
I reckon I am. Finally, to number 3.
Well, being a bit of a budding actress myself, I sometimes have the mad urge to spout Shakespeare. So, John, if blind date be the food of love, then play on with number 3.
You think we'd make a suitable Romeo and Juliet, then?
Oh, I do, yes, definitely.
They all sound promising. But don't make your mind up yet. Don't be coloured by the song at all. Have a listen to our Graham with that quick reminder.
John, would your blind date banker be number 1? Your interest in her could pay dividends. Or maybe you prefer elusive number 2, but don't go too near her favourite fish. Otherwise, you'll have had your chips. Or how about energetic number 3, whose Midsummer Night's Dream is to play Juliet to your Romeo, which could be much ado about nothing. The decision is yours.
No, I can't help you at all. It's all on your own head. Be it. Who are you going to go for?
It's going to have to be number 3.
Come and light my fire.
I think it was a Shakespeare that did it.
It's the Shakespeare.
It was the Shakespeare that did it.
Oh, dear, well, you will be disappointed at number 1 because she's absolutely fabulous. She's got a fabulous personality to go with that lovely voice. Yes, it was number 1 you turned down, and that was Beverly from Milton Keynes. Come in, Beverly. Well, you win some, you lose some. You definitely lost there, didn't you, Chuck? You also turned down number 2, and that was Joe from Buckinghamshire. Come in, Joe. What do you think?
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And you're going to say, oh, boy, again when you see your blind date.
I bet she's the best one.
Oh, well, I hope so for your sake, because you chose number 3, and that was Tricia from Bath. Come in, Pat.
Beautiful.
Well, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Patricia?
Oh, I'm chuffed.
She's beautiful. That's what he said. I wonder if you're going to go on a beautiful date together. Who's going to pick where you're going?
Pick.
All right. John picked you,
Right.
Patricia. Where are you going?
Let's get it open. Ooh, a Chinese lesson in London.
Ooh. Yeah. Now, this is no ordinary Chinese. I have to tell you, it's no ordinary Chinese lesson in cookery in London, because Ken Lowe, do you know, have you heard of Ken Lowe?
I have, yes.
He is going to teach you personally himself. You're going to have a fab time, and not only that, after the dinner and everything, the champagne, you are going to the hit musical, Miss Saigon.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. I knew it because she's all into that, isn't she? Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
And she puts on her own shows and everything, so you're going to love that. All we ask for you... It's brilliant, is it? Oh, I hope so. I hope you get on with each other. I hope that'll be brilliant, too. Come back and tell us all about it, won't you? Ladies and gentlemen, John and Patricia, enjoy yourself. Welcome back. Well, sitting here are John and Patricia, and they spent their blind date slaving over a hot wok and sitting watching Miss Saigon.
Cheers, by the way. Hello.
See you, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello, John. Hello. Please come this way. Put some of this in first. See, come on.
Okay.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
Right, here we go.
Yes. Put some oil. Put oil. Yeah. Yeah. Use your hand if you want.
Okay.
Not a whole lot. this much first.
Right.
Then
Okay.
Okay, the lemon juice. Put it on top of it.
The whole lot.
The whole lot.
The whole lot.
Yeah. And there you are, you're ready. You can eat it now.
That's a bit small, please. It's fine. So do you know how to impress a girl on a first date, John?
Kisses me, baby. Feels good. So in love with
Well, welcome back, John and Patricia. Mind you, you looked as if you enjoyed the Chinese cooking there.
It was really good fun. Really good fun.
And I'm sure you enjoyed Miss Saigon.
Oh,
Brilliant.
very emotional.
Oh, but did you enjoy each other? Let's see.
I'm no great cook. I mean, cookery to me is either something in a microwave or something in a preheated oven. I've never seen anything like a wok before. It was just like an oversized frying pan. I thought this is going to be really bad.
I was very impressed with John's cooking. He had showed quite a flamboyant streak in him. He just chucked everything in the pot and he really knew what he was doing.
Tricia seemed to be a very dominant cook. She knew what she wanted to put into her meal. I mean, it was an initial reaction to think, is she going to start bossing me around for the rest of the day? But, I mean, she didn't. I mean, she was a great cook. She really knew how to do it.
I don't actually cook for myself at university, and my mother never lets me in the kitchen, so I didn't really know what on earth I was doing. And John really knew what he was up to.
Hence, I held the chopsticks like a knife and forks. I was trying to cut away at green sprouts and that. I didn't go very far. And even once I was trying to use them on the same hand, it was like eating with knitting needles.
I think I was a bit wicked, really, because I should have shown him how to use them, but I wanted to see what he'd do. And he picked up one chopstick in each hand, and he just went and lunged straight in and tried to pick up all these slithery noodles, and I just sat there watching him, thinking,
One of the things we enjoyed, we went to the rock circus. Patricia and I, we both enjoyed music, and we both enjoyed the show, but it did highlight the difference we actually had in taste of music.
I think our taste in music was quite similar. We both listened to Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson, and we both seemed to enjoy the same sort of thing, which was good.
The only small thing that irritated me about Patricia was when we went to the restaurants both times. Her initial thoughts were, we're in a London restaurant, let's see who we can see, who's famous.
At some point during the day, John looked at his watch and said, "Oh, I'm missing Emmerdale Farm." And I said, "Oh, you don't watch that, do you?" He said, "Oh, no, there's no way, of course I don't."
Just before we went to see Miss Saigon, Patricia was wearing a blue dress and she looked really beautiful, so I just complimented her before we went in.
When I saw what he was wearing for the theatre, I said, "Oh, that suit looks really great on you." And he didn't pay me any compliment back at all the whole day.
I mean, Patricia had composed herself well throughout the day. She seemed very confident. It was quite a surprise to see tears in her eyes at the end of Miss Saigon.
And I really expected John to lean over and just touch my knee or just say, "Oh, you know," show some kind of emotion and the fact that I was upset, but he didn't. He totally ignored me. And when the lights went up, he just stood up and said, "Right, shall we go then?"
Throughout the day, I wonder if I was a bit shy towards Patricia. I mean, we had such a busy day, I didn't get time to sit down and talk with her. You know, perhaps I was slightly shy.
I'm a very tactile person. I do like to touch people. And I think I felt a little bit uncomfortable because John was so much the opposite.
One thing I did notice about Patricia was her eyes. I mean, they were really beautiful. They were a lovely shade of brown.
The only way I think I could have got any eye contact from John would have actually been to have gone to him and made him look at me.
I mean, she certainly was an attractive girl, and maybe I do regret not making a romantic advance to her towards the end.
At times, he did have almost a stuffy kind of the bank manager type, but then there were other times when we were meeting people, he'd really blossom and suddenly change and go all bubbly, and I'd think, gosh, you know, there's two people inside this person. And then when we were on our own again, he'd go back to being his quiet little self. So maybe we just weren't the right complement together.
Oh, hey-ho. Well, John, are there two people inside you? I mean, do you have a fun-loving side and, you know, outside thing?
No, there's only one. I don't think I'd fit two people in, actually.
Why aren't you, you know, a touchy person? I mean, she gave you every opportunity.
I thought, you know, it might be a bit forward if you're just kind of like, just sitting there, suddenly reached over and touched her knee or something. You know?
But even
get slapped round the face.
I know, but even at the end of Miss Saigon, which is very weepy, it's got a very weepy end, and she's crying buckets. Couldn't the old arm could have gone round the show?
I just stood up and said, "Okay, shall we go then?" I was thinking, oh, God.
Did you actually say?
I didn't just walk out and say, let's go. You weren't crying buckets.
I was. I had a
was
tissue.
just a small tear in the eye.
I was crying because my tissues were soaked. I had to change tissues 3 times. You weren't looking, so you didn't notice.
You could have nudged me and said, can I borrow your hanky or something?
Yes, and now they're having an argument. Is she your type of girl, John?
As I say, I'd like to, if we were such a busy day, it'd be great, I'd like to go up to Bath or perhaps Patricia come fishing at the end of Southend Pier or something. Great day out.
Fishing? Is that your idea of a day, Patricia? Going fishing?
Well,
in winter?
No, in one word, no.
No.
You seem
can
quite
take that for dinner.
friendly. I mean, are you going to see each other
I
again?
reckon we'll see each other again.
Well, if you ring me, I will. I'll see you again.
But yes, you're both going to
wasn't-
make the effort.
We will. Yeah.
Now, you've heard what she said. She likes to be touched.
No.
And now's your time to make up for it.
My bad. Okay, I'll give
So
her.
you can touch her now. Ah. But we will be back next week to see if Ruth and Dave enjoyed their date and whether David and Kathy got on together. And, of course, we'll be arranging some more blind dates. So until next week, ta-ra then!